Hi, Virgo. So, when you are a Virgo and you hold space for people, whether they ask you to or not, you just kind of do that and you hold the energy in the space for people. That's what I've been doing for the last couple of days. I tried to get your reading out on Saturday and then I tried again on Sunday and it just wasn't going to happen. Because of everything that's going on, I switched my energy. We can very easily pull ourselves into another direction wherever we're needed. It's like wherever Virgo's needed, that's where we're going to go, right? And a lot of times when we do that, it's very exhausting and we don't allow ourselves to create the space for us to decompress. June is going to be a month of a decompression requirement for Virgos. We do have an eclipse coming in Sagittarius. We have another eclipse in Cancer. There are going to be 3 eclipses in a row with this moon cycle that's coming up. So we'll have one in Sagittarius, we'll have one in Cancer, and then we'll have another full moon in Capricorn. And we also have a retrograde, Mercury retrograde. So on top of Venus and Pluto and Saturn and Jupiter being retrograde, so will Mercury be joining the mix. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm not even going to pretend that this is going to be an easy month. I'm not even going to pretend that the rest of the year is going to be easy. So if you want to have a happy-go-lucky, everything is fantastic, everything is wonderful, everything is roses and butterflies and all of that reading, this is not the reading that's going to be roses and butterflies. The first card that came out was the Ten of Swords and Judgment. When things are ending, and sometimes when things are just kind of a big old mess, Virgos will automatically go to the worst possible case scenario because it's almost like we just want to prepare ourselves. We want to prepare ourselves for whatever difficulties that are coming, right? So the Ten of Swords is actually kind of a twofold card. The Ten of Swords talks about how the worst is actually over. We had to go through it. We had to go through all the pain. We had to go through all the heartache. We had to go through all of the holding space for other people that couldn't hold space for themselves. It was necessary to do that because it helped teach us a lesson. It helped bring us into an evolution. We're like in this evolutionary phase, and it's not just Virgos, it's the whole world. We're all in this evolutionary phase right now. But each of us play a different role. Each of us play a different part. Let's get one more card and then we'll discuss the rest of them. I feel like this ending has to do with the water side. Now, it doesn't actually have to be a physical ending. This could be the idea of something that had to end. This could be this could be a lot of you having to put away certain aspects of who you once were so that you can move into a new, softer existence, a new, softer phase. I don't know what's going, I have this spot right here on my cheek. I think it's the bronzer I put on. It's weird. Anyway. So then we have the King of Cups. We have the Page of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Now, if this isn't a water sign in like a relationship or a romantic kind of capacity, it feels like there is a water sign that doesn't particularly, do I want to say that they don't like you? I don't know if it's that they don't like you. I feel like there's this impeding, they feel like they have to compete with you in a way, almost. The Page of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. I think that Mercury is going to create this, Mercury retrograde is going to create this time in Virgo's life where they have to reassess how the money is being made, how the stability is being created, how and why things are the way they are. Now, when a Virgo wants to be of assistance to other people and help other people out, they will quickly forget about their own needing to take care of themselves first and foremost. And that could have created that 10 of Swords for you, is that you were there for everybody else, but you weren't there for yourself. And now you have to backtrack and come back around and be there for yourself. And it's time. Like, you cannot continue going down the road that you were going down before, expecting for it to still work for you. We've all evolved, or we're all evolving. We're all in the process of evolving into a whole different space and a whole different time and a whole different arena, basically. I mean, if you will. I feel like there are talks of money, of needing more money, of wanting more money, of creating more money, whether that is a talk that you have with a water sign, whether that is a talk that you have with yourself, or whether that is a talk that you have with somebody else. I need you to be honest with yourself about it, right? The Page of Swords is about being honest. The Ace of Pentacles is about wanting to create that stability and allowing yourself to do it. And the Page of Cups is the desire. I also feel like there might be an apology here. I feel like you kind of want an apology from someone that treated you really poorly. Let's see what this 10 of Swords is. Oh, see, and this is a perfect example of why things need to end so new things can come about. Whatever it was, that really painful ending that had to happen, whatever happened in May to you, that painful ending that had to happen, created space for you to blossom and to start planning. The 7 of Pentacles on the 10 of Swords, it's like, you know, when farmers burn down the fields and so they can like start fresh and start planting new crops. I feel like that's what happened with Virgo. I feel like there were some things that needed to be cut out, if you will. There were some things that needed to be burned in order to create a new crop. Let's see what the Judgment card is. Usually with Judgment, it's a really good indication that you're being very well taken care of by the universe. There's one deck that I have where there's actually like a baby dropper coming out of the sky, and for the Judgment card, and Source is basically giving medicine to this person coming up from the depths of hell, right? It's like a resurrection of sort. It's you know, everything had to come to pass the way that it is in order for you to create something new within your own life. You had to realize how much you are actually giving of yourself and not getting anything back in return. And we can be really, really adamant about, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And not necessarily speak up and say, I don't have the capacity right now to give to you. The 6 of Pentacles on Judgment is asking you, where are you placing your energies? Are you giving your energies to people, places, and things that are giving back to you? Or are you giving your energies, are you wasting your energies without depleting? Are you giving it to people that don't care? Are you giving it to people that even if you were at your lowest, they wouldn't be there for you? You have to ask yourself that. And it's kind of difficult when those things happen, when that stuff pops up in our life. It's difficult because we're like, but I don't want to lose everybody in my life. Nobody gives as much as I do. So you have to be the one that's discerning. You have to be the one that's speaking up and speaking your truth and saying, this is what I need from you, and not do it in like the martyr way that we are so good at doing. Like I said in the beginning, Virgos will give their energy out to people, places, and things that aren't going to give back to them. And a lot of times when those people, places, and things aren't giving back to them, we will become resentful for it. After we've given and given and given and given, we'll become resentful. But you have to take a step back and be like, did those people even say, sure, yes, let's do an energy exchange? Maybe not in so many words, right? 4 of Pentacles on the King of Cups. If a King of Cups owes you anything, I feel like they're being a little bit stingy. The King of Cups owes you anything, I feel like they're being stingy with their time, with their money, with their resources, with any kind of effort. You also might very much have an emotional attachment to material items right now. And a lot of that is because of the fear and the lack mentality that's going on in the world. We wake up every single day to a new kind of violence, a new kind of pain, a new kind of suffering every single day. And that's very hard to transmute sometimes. And so allowing yourself to be bigger than the material stuff, allowing yourself to see the bigger picture when it comes to stuff like that is going to help you get through June in a much easier way. And I think the honesty factor, like being completely honest with yourself about what it is that you need to do to change your own environment. Now, if you're bound and determined to hold on to this water sign, forcing it to work or forcing it to be what you want it to be, that's going to create more restriction. It's going to create more friction. And this Saturn in Aquarius is creating friction and restriction enough, right? You don't want to place the negative energy on the thing that you want the most. And when we say, I want, I need, you're placing a negative energy saying that you already don't have enough of it. So the universe gives you more of that feeling of not having enough, of the desire, of the crave, right? The craving and the desire. Be honest with where you're putting your energies. Money is going to be a very big focus for you guys in June. And I'm not surprised that it's going to be a really big focus for you. Especially if you're a Virgo rising, this is going to be in your 11th house. And so really working with the community and allowing yourself to reassess how you're working with others, how you're allowing yourself to expand and work with others would be a good, honest conversation to have with yourself. And you know that you have better, honest conversations with yourself than you do with anybody else. A Virgo will hold back, right? So that 8 of Pentacles on the Page of Swords. Are you creating your own lack mentality by thinking that it's not possible, it's not worthy, you're not worthy? Whatever it is that you might be telling yourself and creating the lack from that space, that could hinder this gift that the universe wants to give you, right? That Ace of Pentacles is, aces are gifts. The universe provides when it needs to. And oh yeah, see, makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. I feel like Virgo, with this Mercury retrograde, Virgo is really learning right now how they can't do it. They can't do things alone. They have to come together with other people, whether they're like-minded individuals or not. It's time for you to start trusting. I know it's very hard to trust, especially right now. It's very, very hard to trust. It's hard to trust anybody that you don't have a long-standing camaraderie with. And maybe you had a long-standing camaraderie with somebody in the past, and now you have to ask for favors from them, but they proved they did you wrong in the past, and now you're just like, oh crap, now I have to go back and like tail between my legs. Maybe you did them wrong. You know, you got to be honest with yourself about those kinds of things. I think that's what Mercury is going to bring to you. Justice on the Ace of Pentacles. So there could be a Libra in your life that either you owe money to them or they owe money to you. But there's also a need to balance out the gifts that the universe offers to you. The gifts that the universe brings to you, it's a time, it's a need and a time to balance that kind of energy out so that you can continue to grow. And then we have, this is my favorite, the Queen of Pentacles with the Four of Wands and the Page of Cups. The desire is for you to feel safe. And a lot of times when Virgo wants to feel safe and they'll try and do it on their own first, right? We're so very independent individuals. But I think that the desire for you to feel safe is more than that. You want to feel safe with people around you, possibly with the Libra or air sign, could also be a Capricorn. So we have the Three of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Devil at the bottom of the deck. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Ooh, and the Nine of Swords. I was wondering when that Nine of Swords would show up. I think the fear, so first of all, I do feel like there is a really big balance of energy that's needed for Virgo. And I feel like it's time to start reaching out to family and friends to allow yourself to create that balance in your life. It's not as if you have to do all of this on your own, because you don't. And being reminded of that is probably the best thing for you right now. Because everything is so divided, that feeling like you're a part of something is going to help you remain grounded. You see? And getting together with your Libra friends and your Capricorn friends and, you know, whoever else you need to do is going to help you create in your future. Now, if you do that Virgo thing that we always find ourselves doing, where you're going back and forth and back and forth and back, well, maybe I could do this, or maybe I could do that, or maybe I could do this, or maybe I could do that. with the Nine of Swords and the Three of Wands. I'm the kind of person, my roommate pointed this out to me yesterday. I'm the kind of person that likes to talk my plans out. Like I have to say it out loud to somebody and have like a dialogue back and forth in order for me to create. Like that's, and I haven't had that for a while. Like, and some people see that as not necessarily like some people find that trait about me really annoying. And I think for a long time I stifled that about myself because I didn't want anybody to be annoyed with me. So having those kind of individuals around you that you can bounce your ideas off of, because right now everything that's up in Virgo's head is a big old jumbled mess. And it will create the Nine of Swords for you if you don't get it out, if you don't write it out on paper, whatever your outlet is, because you don't have to stop your life. I know that it feels like everything is halted right now. And I know that it feels like nothing is going to be able to push forward. But you don't have to stop. You can keep planning for the future. And when you allow yourself to plan for the future, you have something to look forward to. But you also need to feel safe within the structures that you're creating. And I think that Virgo needs that a lot right now. And I feel like that's what June is really going to teach you guys. And I love you guys so much. And if you would like to do a reading with me, I have a few available on my website. I'm only releasing them in small quantities, but I do have a few available right now on my website. And I also have some full astrology chart readings as well. I feel like people are really finding those helpful in, like it's like they get their astrology chart and they're like, oh, that's why I'm the way that I am, you know, because we're not just our sun sign. And here's a reminder to watch your sun, moon, and rising. Some people even like to watch their Mercury and Venus if it's different. So keep that in mind. I love you guys. Really take care of yourselves. Please be safe. Please be safe. The world is just getting crazier every single day. So please be safe. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye.